For my first trip of my study abroad semester, I decided to tag along with a group of girls going to Vienna. After class ended on Thursday, we got sandwiches, got on a train, and then 4 hours later, we were in Vienna. The next morning, I woke up pretty early and I decided to do some solo exploring, so I walked along the neighborhood and I stumbled upon this really pretty cathedral, and I also walked by the Hofburg. I tried to find the Austrian National Library as well because when I saw pictures online, it was absolutely beautiful, and I walked around it for about 10 minutes before realizing it was right in front of me. Okay, I had been running around trying to find this library, and I finally found it. It was in front of my face the entire time, so I'm gonna see if I can get into it, and then I have to run to go to lunch because I don't even know where that is. Okay, it was closed, so that was kind of a fail. But at least I found it. Okay, off to lunch. I met the rest of the girls for brunch and we did some shopping for a few hours. We mostly shopped around some of these really cute boutiques and a few thrift shops. Honestly, the stores here were so cute, and one of the thrift shops even had a cafe inside, which was perfect because as cute as these stores were, my feet were so tired and I was exhausted from walking around all morning, so I was able to sit down a little bit and get a coffee. And then after we were finished shopping, we decided to do some sightseeing, so we walked by the Museum of Natural History and took some pictures here. We debated on which museum we wanted to go to. Since there were so many, we ended up splitting up into two groups. One group went into the Museum of Natural History, and I went with the other group to walk around a little bit more. We found this film museum which really intrigued us, but it really didn't even have much, so we left and we ended up going to the Albertina Museum, which was so beautiful. I saw a Degas for the first time in person, which was really exciting because I absolutely love his paintings, and they had these gorgeous ballrooms which I absolutely loved, and it was such a dream to be able to see one of these ballrooms in Vienna. To finish up today's sightseeing, we saw the St. Stephen's Cathedral, and we wanted to try Austrian food while we were here, so we went to a restaurant for dinner and ended day one in Vienna with a night out. The next morning, I went across the street to the grocery store and I got some of the best pastries I've ever had in my entire life. I am not even being dramatic, they were so good. And then I took the train to my first stop of the day, the Belvedere Palace. I didn't have much time since I had to meet everyone at another palace later, so I walked around the outside and took some photos. Once I was done there, I stopped at a nearby coffee shop for hot chocolate since it was really cold out and I was definitely dressed for summer. But then when I was walking to the other palace, I stumbled upon the St. Charles Church and I sat here while I FaceTimed my family back home. I met everyone at my second stop of the day, which was the Schönbrunn Palace, where I walked through the inside and through the gardens. This palace was absolutely beautiful and one of my favorite places I've ever been. It just felt like walking into a real-life fairy tale, and even the ceiling was absolutely breathtaking. I've never seen anything quite like it, and it was just so beautiful. And once I walked through the palace, the gardens were also really pretty, and we were able to go onto this back part of the palace. I'm not really sure what it was called, but it was also gorgeous. It was just so cold and very windy, so I was basically shivering the whole time, which I kind of did to myself. After finishing both palaces, we were all extremely exhausted, so we went to the city center to find some food. One of the girls had made a reservation at this Italian place, so we ate there and then we Ubered back to the Airbnb. The next morning, we checked out of the Airbnb. This is the Airbnb we stayed in since I didn't show it when we got here, and it was a really big Airbnb. There was, I think, 9 of us girls, and we all had a decent place to sleep. So it was a huge apartment, and I slept on top of this loft bed. Today was actually a really fun day because we went to Prater, which is the amusement park here, and I went on a Ferris wheel for the very first time. It started raining and getting colder, so we left the park and got lunch before heading to the train station, and we got some snacks for the ride, which these wafers were so good, and I ended up finding some in Prague later, so I was really happy that I discovered these, and then we headed back to Prague. Vienna was definitely short and sweet, but it was the perfect first weekend trip that prepared me to feel so much more confident solo traveling for the remainder of the semester. It is such a beautiful city and so close to Prague, so I have a feeling that I'm going to visit here again during the semester.